and welcome to Geeks Around. I'm your host, Matt Moore, and we are here discussing Arrow, episode 413, Sins of the Father. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Let's introduce the panel. First off, I thought this was the best Arrow episode we've had this year. It's not the best comic book one, because that was, to me, that was Flash last night, or night before last. But let's see what the panel thinks. How about you, Charles? What did you think?
I thought it was a great episode of Arrow. I don't think it was the best. All right, I do think it was the best episode of this season. Although the episode where Amanda Waller got killed, that one was pretty good too. Yeah, it was probably one of the best episodes of the season, and it was good. I liked it.
Outstanding. And how about you, Lou? What did you think?
I agree. This episode was good this week, Finally, they gave us something worth watching.
All right, good to hear. And, of course, this week was all about trying to save Thea Queen, who, of course, was recovering from being drained by Damien Dark / her not killing people. Like, somehow that had, Damien Dark had drained her of her bloodlust for about 3 months, and now it's all coming back and hitting her all at once, and because she's not killing anybody, it's killing her. So they're trying to fix that. Of course, last week we ended up having Nyssa propose an idea. She found a cure and said, hey, if you kill Damien Dark, I'll give you that cure. And this episode dealt with that, and only that. Like
you just said, if you kill Damien Dark, I will give you the cure. Don't you mean Malcolm Merlyn?
Shut the fuck up. Yes, I meant Malcolm Merlyn.
Hey, it had a Star Wars reference.
Did it?
We had a Star Wars reference? What was the Star Wars reference?
Someone lost a hand.
Oh?
God damn it, Lou. You know what? That is your first Isaiah moment of the episode.
No, it ain't. Malcolm lost his hand.
That was not a reference to Star Wars.
Yeah, it was. Anyone who loses a hand will always be referenced to Star Wars.
You do realize
it's possible that it's a reference to Torchwood, because I'm pretty sure Captain Jack Harkness, played by John Barrowman, lost a hand at one point.
I didn't watch Torchwood, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. In any case, I have a prediction, and this is in no way backed up by the fact that I've already seen the episode. But I think there's going to be a reference to Chuck in tomorrow's episode of Legends of Tomorrow. And by think, I mean there's a reference to Chuck in tonight's episode of Legends of Tomorrow.
Are you being serious, or are you just bullshitting us?
No, there's actually a reference to Chuck.
Chuck the TV show?
Yes.
I never watched Chuck, so I won't catch it.
Okay. But I don't know. I don't know that is necessarily a reference to Star Wars, but it's not a reference, if that makes any sense.
It's not a reference. You do realize that before Empire Strikes Back, there were all kinds of movies and TV show and various types of media where people were getting their appendages cut off.
Dude,
I mean, it's not just
Star Wars made it popular.
I'm a fan of Star Wars as much as the next person, but this was not a Star Wars reference.
Why? Because it wasn't the right hand?
No, it's because not everything is about Star Wars.
Everything is about Star Wars, goddammit. That's why it made $2 billion.
I think Marvel is actually more a reference to Star Wars than anything. I think that's kind of Marvel's domain. In this particular case, I think it was a coincidence. Because let's think about it.
No, here we go.
What Marvel movie in Phase 2 did not have someone losing their hand?
Don't remember, don't care. It was actually...
No, you don't understand. Every single Phase 2 movie, Marvel Phase 2 movie, every single one had someone lose their hand. And that is in reference, that is a direct reference to the second Star Wars movie.
Episode 5, Empire Strikes Back.
Yes, exactly, which is episode 5.
Barrowman losing his hand was actually Aquaman reference.
It might be, actually.
All right, can we please, for the love of God, move on?
We're
I'm
having a good
agreeing with you,
conversation.
Charles. Calm the fuck down. And where's your lower third?
Oh shit! I completely forgot about that. Damn you, Lude, for distracting me.
Don't blame me. You the one who had 10 minutes to put it up before we started.
Hey, you. No, never mind. I don't care.
You know whose fault it is? It's Matt Moore, the host, for not remembering.
I remembered eventually.
Yeah, after we went live.
6 minutes in.
So, so Oliver, of course, refuses Nissa's offer. Instead, he actually goes to Malcolm and tries to convince Malcolm to actually give up control for the life of his daughter. Malcolm basically tells him, why the fuck are you believing this chick? Obviously, she wants something that she's not above lying to you. They prove to Malcolm that she has the ability to do this by healing Thea temporarily. And so Malcolm is all like, okay, I'll give up the ring. And then they go to do the exchange, and Malcolm tries to kill every motherfucker.
You know, in that particular scene, you know who I blame as the two dumb fucks? Oliver and Nyssa. Why would you give the directions to your secret hideout instead of meeting him on a neutral ground?
How do we know that's her secret hideout?
Well, she was training there with her crew.
We don't fucking know.
They were training there with the crew. Husband met her there before.
That was the same thing?
Yep, and even that dipshit Laurel, she went there first.
Whatever. I'm sure that considering that they don't actually live in Star City, that they can find another fucking warehouse pretty quickly.
At least it wasn't the same warehouse that we see all the time.
Let me see. Oliver convinces Malcolm to, of course, challenge Nyssa to a duel. And well, after capturing Nyssa, of course. Nyssa already knows she's going to fucking lose. But she doesn't really have a choice because, you know, she's captured. And so they end up going to do a duel, and Oliver steps in and takes her place and doesn't really give her a choice in the matter because as far as the League is concerned, he is the husband. Therefore, he's in charge. And he's just like, look, bitch, I'm fighting for you. And, of course, he wins by a lot, cuts off Malcolm's hand, and Malcolm gets pissed off and is possibly going to kill Oliver's kid, which is what we're flash-forwarding to. That is currently a theory, but it makes the most sense currently.
So far.
So far, yes. And, yeah.
Yeah, I actually got a theory as to who's in that box.
Let's hear it.
You're not thinking it's William?
Nope.
Who do you think is in the box?
It's his mom.
Oh, William's mom?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
It could be setting up Connor Hawk. I mean, do we know his middle name? What if William's the first name and they gave him the Connor as the middle name?
Maybe. Who's in the box, bitch?
What's in the box? What's in the fucking box?
And no, this ain't Justin Timberlake's version.
I was referencing the movie Seven, which is a very good movie.
I was poorly referencing the movie Seven. But yes, it's possible it could be the mom, and that would make sense. Especially since...
Oh, but here's something that could poke a hole in my theory.
Why don't you interrupt me, Charles?
Okay, continue, Matt.
And it very easily could be the mom. It very easily could be corrected that the mom dies and William survives, and that's who Connor Hawk is. Especially since we see that Flash does at some point meet Connor Hawk.
Well, I think that was just thrown in there for Legends of Tomorrow.
But the thing that pokes a hole in my theory is that if you remember, after he leaves the gravestone and goes into the limo with Felicity, she is just as emotional about this as Oliver is, perhaps even more. And why would she be that emotional for a woman she's never even met?
It's not about the emotional for the woman that she's never met. She's thinking about the kid. See, your theory actually makes sense. To where if it is the mom that gets killed, now that kid has to come technically maybe live with Oliver and her, and she's finding out about it. Let's just say, for argument's sake, she finds out 2 episodes before the season finale that he has a son.
Well, technically, she already found out.
But that timeline was erased.
Yes, I'm aware. I was trying to be a smartass.
But
you know what would be like an amazing thing to grow up with? Having Sarah Lance as your godmother. Wouldn't that be fucking awesome?
Yeah, 'cause she's better than fucking Laurel at training people.
Well, Laurel was trained by Nyssa.
It don't matter if Laurel was trained by God himself. She still sucks.
Yeah, Laurel was trained by Nyssa for like a week.
Actually, I think there was a bit of a time jump. I think at most it would probably be around 4 months.
Who
She
cares?
trained her for about 4 months.
That's still not awesome enough. That's still not long enough to be as awesome as, for example, Sarah, who was training for years and years.
I'm not saying Laurel is as good as Sarah. I'm just saying.
I did not say that you said that. I'm just saying that is why, comparatively, she sucks.
Well, she's clearly not as good as Sarah, but Laurel can still hold her own.
Barely. She goes up against the lesser fighters in the fucking every fight. And she usually gets manhandled by someone better than her. She sucks. She needs to give up the goddamn knife baton stick and fucking find something else.
Like a gun?
Well, that's Diggle. Diggle Wiggle.
Yeah, and we didn't bring this up in the previous episodes, but, I mean, in the previous Hangouts that we did earlier in the season, Spartan, that's the name they stuck with? Spartan?
Yeah.
I don't know.
A Halo reference. No, I don't think it's a Halo reference, but...
God damn it, Matt, really?
He's Master Chief.
Yeah. They're gonna give him like the next version of his costume is gonna be like all blue.
He is getting a new helmet when he goes to the Flash.
He is getting a new helmet, and Cisco's gonna make it for him. So that helmet's gonna fucking do a bunch of shit.
I could have sworn the helmet
let's be honest, that helmet more than likely is going to have a heads-up display to where he can actually like see what Felicity sees on her computers. So he'll be able to like look at someone and then like it'll pop up a little computer display going, this person has been convicted of these crimes, and it shows it right in front of his face, just kind of like the Iron Man armor. I'm sure it's going to have that. I don't know what else it would have. It's gonna have some cool shit though.
He pushes one button and it shoots laser beams out the visor.
That would be pretty awesome. And Cisco has shown that he can do shit like that.
And he'll push another button and it activates the windshield wiper. I have to give respect to the mother this week. She was actually pretty useful.
The mother?
Yeah, Felicity's mama.
Felicity's mom.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
She wasn't useless. She was actually useful.
Mom wasn't in this episode.
She was in it for like 2 minutes.
Yes. And how did she act? On a scale of intelligence, how did she act?
In this particular episode, she acted, I'm going to go with an 8. And
here's the thing. Did you notice her voice change?
Yep. She wasn't ditzy.
Yes. And that's my theory is she has ditzy and she has serious, and when she's being serious she can be pretty intelligent, and that's my continued theory is that she's going to do other things, not just this, but other things that make us rethink how intelligent she is.
And that's why I say I give her props.
Yeah. Do we have anything else to talk about other than the magic stone that was stolen from Oliver in the flashback?
Dude, this flashback was boring.
We haven't been talking about the flashbacks for like what, the past few Hangouts?
That's because they're stupid.
I
mean, they make some kind of sense, but it's like
I think the flashbacks are building up to something, and it's gonna.
And that's just it. Is it's more than likely building up to Oliver literally pulling some magic trick to fight Damien Dark at the end of this season, and I think that's what it's building up to. But That's literally all we can say about it is wild speculation about it, because the flashbacks themselves are just fucking boring. I mean, he was forced to kill a guy, and now he teamed up with the sister, and he had to tell the sister the truth, and that's it.
But the sister is his connection to Russia, and where he becomes part of the Russian mob.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't. If you remember in season 2, when he was on the freighter, when he was with all in that cage of those prisoners, one of the prisoners that was in there with him is a member of the Russian mafia, and when Oliver saved him and helped him escape on that submarine, he was indebted to him. He met that
captain. Yes.
He met that contact on the freighter during season 2.
But what if the sister is also somehow connected to all that?
No, she said it herself, that she and her brother were actually diving instructors on some island.
Dude, that's just a fucking ploy. Let's be real. Read between the lines. That's his girlfriend. That's his flashback girlfriend. She was cast as his flashback girlfriend. So somewhere here down the line, they're going to hook up.
For the love of God, please move on.
Yeah, we understand. You don't like hookups.
I mean, do we have anything else to talk about?
Dude, Malcolm's a bitch.
Yeah, he really is being kind of a dick.
He's being a dick because he went to Damien Dark and told Damien Dark about Oliver's son, so Damien Dark's going to kill a child, which I think is fucking stupid, and I hate the guy even more.
Who, Damien Dark or Malcolm, or both?
And both.
Well, okay. We don't know if he's going to kill the child. We could speculate on that front, but the fact of the matter is how Malcolm is threatening Oliver, like, I'm killing you is too good for you. Bitch, you couldn't have... Season 1, you defeated him in a fight quite a few times. Now Oliver's on a whole new level where he manhandled you with the sword.
Yeah, and I mean that fight wasn't even close. I mean, seriously, was not even close. Oliver finished that fight in seconds. The whole thing, including the wait for Malcolm to stand up both times he got his ass knocked down, the whole thing lasted less than 30 seconds. And that was literally waiting for Malcolm to stand up twice, and then like standing over him and being like, all right, I'm going to cut off your hand now.
And like, he was generous at that.
So fucking quick and so easy for Oliver. It was insane.
Like, I felt that was a generous way to just keep you alive. I'll take your hand. You still get to live because my sister needs a dad. And it's not right if I take my sister's father away when I want my father here, even though he was a scumbag.
Well, that's just it, is if he does this, which it's obvious he is doing this, he's going to lose Thea, like completely and totally lose Thea. You think Thea's going to choose him over her nephew? There's no way. Like, if Malcolm is responsible for killing a family member, Thea's probably going to be the motherfucker who kills Malcolm.
I don't even think Thea would choose Malcolm over Oliver.
No, I don't think she'd fucking choose Malcolm over a fucking crossing guard that she's never met. Seriously, like she knows who Malcolm is. She knows that motherfucker is evil. And if it means saving a life, I think she'd take Malcolm's life without regret. If it would save someone else's life.
Dude, Malcolm chose his lame-ass excuse. I control this organization and we're doing good. And no, bitch, fuck you. You're just an asshole. You chose this organization over the life of your kid, which you said you would do anything for.
Yeah.
But you can't give up your power, which shows that you are more power hungry than anything else.
And that's just it. Is it wasn't. He did not want to give up the organization to Nyssa, who, in theory, like, has a blood right to that. Not right, R-I-T-E, but she's actually related to the last major Ra's al Ghul. So it's just like, I don't want to give that power up because that power, we're doing good things with that power. Who's to say that Nyssa isn't going to do great things with that power? When it comes to good and evil, Nyssa has always much more fell on the side of good than you ever have, motherfucker.
That's true. I mean, do you think the League is dead?
In its current form, yes. However, I think it's going to be reborn and remade because all those assassins are going to be literally out on the street looking for a job. So I think that maybe Hive might be...
Yeah, they can't go up to their local 7-Eleven and ask for a job. Hey, I'd like a job. Well, what's your past experience? I was an assassin.
Yeah, exactly. How do you build a fucking resume? But no, I mean, I think maybe a lot of them are going to get recruited into Hive. And I think there might be a smaller version of the Assassin's Guild that is created. And it might be that Malcolm makes it.
Dude, this just created the perfect comic book that you came up with last week.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Since the League has been disbanded, what do they do next?
Oh, yeah, that could be a storyline in that.
Dude, you could have quite a few issues in that.
Hell yeah. Like that would be like an entire season is, oh shit, they're talking about layoffs.
Job cuts.
Yeah, they're talking about job cuts and layoffs, and they might be closing this division. And, how do you make a resume?
It's like, I don't know, all I know how to do is just kill people. I don't know how to write.
What do you mean you need me to type 40 words per minute? What's a computer? I don't know what this thing is.
I can kill 40 men in a minute.
Yeah,
what manner of sorcery is this?
It's like, what the fuck is Excel? Wait, PowerPoint. I know what PowerPoint is. That's a throwing star, isn't it?
My last job, all they required is that I killed 5 people a week. What's this bullshit?
Yes.
Stock the shelf. I can't even put on my pants right.
That's another thing is what is business casual? How does one dress business casual? I've worn the same outfit every day for 17 years.
Black pants and a hood.
Yeah, black pants, black shirt, and a hood.
With some big fucking military grade boots. Good for kicking your chest in.
Yeah. So okay, let's wrap things up. Do we have any wild speculation that we haven't already covered?
Not this week.
I honestly think Oliver's going after Malcolm when they say, I'm going to kill that son of a bitch.
Yeah, I'm thinking so too. And that's just it. I watch a lot of Emergency Awesome on YouTube, and Charlie, who does the reviews there, he thinks that it is not William in that coffin either. That they're doing what he calls a double blind. That it's more likely going to be Captain Lance.
Dude, I just feel it's too obvious to kill any one of the main characters. The only one who deserves to die is Laurel, and they won't kill that dumb bitch.
They can't kill Laurel because she's the fucking Black Canary. She is a very important part to the story of Green Arrow. She becomes his wife in the comic books at one point.
Okay, we're not dealing with a comic book. We're dealing with TV. And they're running Batman story, not Oliver
I was going to say, and Barry gets married to Iris, too. I mean, can you imagine that in the TV show? Oh, wait.
Yeah, we saw it on Earth 2, which was just fine. It's
going to happen in Earth
1.
It's going to happen on Earth
disgusting.
It's going to happen on Earth 1. It's going to happen.
I hope it doesn't.
Dude, did you see his face when she took off her shirt? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? No!
I really hope it doesn't. I really like Iris as a friend much more than I think I'd ever like her as
Dude, it's going to happen.
a romantic interest.
Here's
No,
how it
I think
happens.
they should definitely maybe date for a brief period of time, realize that they weren't meant to be together, and then separate. Because the reason being is because of the fact that if you make her the romantic interest without making her much more useful, she's going to be relegated to only the romantic interest. She'll be pigeonholed at that point. That was one of the problems that could have possibly happened with Felicity, is if Felicity wasn't so useful, Felicity would be just a girlfriend. And I don't want to see that fate hit Iris. I don't want Iris to be just a girlfriend.
See,
I want her to be much more useful than that. And so long as she doesn't date Barry, there's that possibility.
and here's how you work it into the storyline with the Flash. The final season, the series finale, they get married.
Oh, the series finale.
Yeah. Series finale of the Flash, whatever it be, 5, 6, 10 years down the line, that's when they decide to get married and start the whole dating thing.
Oh, you know what would be awesome? No, that I just thought of something else, and it would be funny too. Here is a wild speculation, and this is as wild as it gets because I have no basis for this whatsoever. Gorilla Grodd or some other telepath, someone else who can control minds, comes to town.
Whoa, that sounds so dirty.
Flash forward 2 days. Barry wakes up in bed with Iris, and they're both wearing wedding rings. Come to find out that they're married, and they don't remember how the fuck it happened. And then they start dating.
That would be cool.
That would be fucking like, what the fuck? Like, okay, do we get divorced? Do we get this annulled? Well, we like each other. Maybe we can try and make it work. And of course they can't because
they wake up and realize they did the hanky-panky, so, you know.
Yeah, there'd be that as well. But I think there's no way that that's going to happen. But I would find it funny if it did. If I were a writer, it would be something I would propose to the writing floor.
She taught him how to go slow.
And he taught her how to go fast. Or how to go fast and slow, then fast and slow. All right, do we have any other wild speculation?
Nope.
Perfect. All right, and then in that case, I'll wrap everything up. Of course, you can check us out at geekstoaround.com. I just ended up posting the final Batman vs. Superman trailer, which was amazing. And let me see what else. Also, youtube.com/geekstoaround, where you can watch this video and many others. Go ahead and like and subscribe us. You can also Twitter, Facebook, Google+, find us at Geekstoaround. And or you can give us a call at 801-609-4687. That's 801-609-GOTR. I want to thank everyone for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.